Hi guys. We're in Hong Kong right now, and we just finished YOT Hong Kong. Basically, I managed to get top 64. Unfortunately, I lost in the first round of Top Cut, but I managed to get 13th place from Swiss of X2 record, and then CL. So we actually built the list together, the deck together, and I had a luckier run. CL unfortunately didn't have as lucky of a run. Your score was
Maybe it's 5-4, yeah.
5-4.
Yeah.
I think early on, it's just he kept breaking. So we played pure Mitsu, actually Diviner Mitsu, and we'll talk a bit more about why we played this variant. But the idea is that we took the lowest ceiling deck essentially, the deck that plays the best into all the chummies and maxi, and we made it a bit with a more high rolly, higher ceiling.
Right.
And then that was the theory behind it, and we'll get into it as we go through the card choices. Yeah. So starting off, of course, with the basic Mitsu package: 3 Habakiri, 2 Murakumo, 1 Futsu. I think, or both of us think that 3 Murakumo is a mistake.
Yep. It's too much.
Yeah. Most people play it because they want to combo it with End of World Ruler. But the thing is that you're playing to 2 card combos when the best thing about this deck is playing 1 card combos with Habakiri. So it doesn't make sense to add another brick. Speaking of which, one of the biggest reasons to play this deck is End of World Ruler. The fact that people can't interact with this card is just broken. When you see this card, you should be winning most of the time.
But not all of the time.
Not all the
I saw
time.
3 in my hand in a round.
Yeah, I actually didn't see this card as often as I would. I think throughout the whole tournament, I saw it only 4 times in my hand. But often I would actually search it with Arclight.
It's still a broken card.
It's still a broken card, yeah. And then we go to the mini guys. 1 Armasa, 1 Saji, 1 Kusanagi. So this is just mainly for the grind game, and also there's certain combo lines if you want to get to 2 rank 4s. You need an extra Armasa in the deck, so you can Habakiri, tribute your ritual, and then summon a second one. And then of course you'll praise another, and then you'll send 2 off the ritual. So 4 names is definitely needed. Additionally, we also play Serpent. Yes, we played the extra brick. Our list is actually 42 cards. So basically why we played 42 was 1, more high rolling in a sense, so we wanted to fit more things in. And we wanted to fit Serpent in so that, so we made 42 so we wouldn't draw it as often. Thankfully, I didn't see it in my hand at all the whole weekend.
Same.
Okay,
Me too.
okay, we outed. And the reason why we play Serpent is for 3 Diviner. So I think, shout out to Suikai for this idea and us talking about it and theorizing a bit. But as we practice more, we realize that it is much better. First of all, if your opponent has Harmonia, they have to Harmonia here. If not, you're making Baron. Second of all, you can play Baron in your deck. Third of all, consistency, it helps you also, and then you can get search Arclight into Ruler, which is basically the most OP card in your deck. And alongside Murakumo, of course, so you can search either one of these, or you can search Habakiri. There's just so much flexibility as a starter in Diviner, and it also unlocks Chaos Angel lines. But we can talk more about that later. But this was the main reason why we kind of played this deck, or one of the biggest reasons why we played this deck. I don't know why people are not on it or stop playing it. It plays around Droll in a sense. It plays around Synchro Emergency. There were so many things. I think CL, when he was testing the list without Diviner, he was losing a lot to Synchro Emergency.
Yep.
And then this making Baron as the first extra deck monster in the field just answers that card easy. Unfortunately, I didn't see it that many times. But whenever I saw it, I won, except for my game 3 top 64. But that was because he opened just the right amount of non-engine to answer my board.
Me too. Most of the time I see this card, I gotta win.
And then we get to, of course, 3 prayers. 3 ritual. You need to play 3 ritual with the End of World Ruler. You always want to be able to resolve it. there will be our siding pattern would actually have us remove one going second. But there was happened twice where I had a ruler in hand and I actually had both rituals in hand, so that was quite funny. I still won that game, but it was funny. Yeah, I just didn't pay 2,000. That's all. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. And then to end off the package, of course, mirror, pre-prep, and purification. Just extra consistency and a blowout advantage card. Purification is also one of the main reasons to play this deck, I think, because it helps you play around chummies. Now we go to non-engine, 2 Ash and the 1 Maxi. I saw Maxi a lot more. I think I resolved it twice in top 64, but on the day 1, I think I saw it once. But it still defines games. And then we have 3 chummies, of course. I got chummied a lot, but again, we're playing Mitsu, so it doesn't really matter. There were a few times where I'll go Diviner, and it would just stop me from getting to Baron. Oh no, sorry, under Fool, I'll always go to Baron. Under Max C, which happened I think once or twice, I would stop there. Because I actually went full combo only twice in all of the Swiss, and then in my top 64, I went full combo once. Yeah. Yeah. And then another main reason to play this deck, 3 Harmonia. I don't know why Baron is Baron. I don't know why Arclight is not banned. I feel this is the strongest in Mitsu, and it's one of the reasons why you should play Mitsu is because you can send Arclight, and Arclight can just start your plays with either Ruler or Habakiri. It is the most broken thing possible. You can make brick hands or a hand trap plus a starter. It doesn't make sense why they would keep that legal. Yeah. One nib. This is just to search off the Gallon Granite and to kind of secure your victory. There's no deck that can break your board and kill through nib. If they're able to do so normally, they would have to hand trap you somewhere. One of my losses in Swiss was actually I just kind of tunneled in on the nib and then I lost because of Harmonia, but that was just me not playing well. But besides that one game, I didn't throw any other games in that sense. Yeah. One call by, the 40-second card. Because we want to play a bit more of a combo variant, we just want to resolve it more. If they main deck Droll, we want the call by for it. If they want to maxi us or chummy us, we want the call by for it. And then another reason to play is like 2 Impulse, 3 Spark. This card's broken, but I only saw it once or twice the whole weekend. Spark is great for the mirror, but I only saw it once. Sorry, no, I only used it once. There was a point of time where I played against a Kultun guy and he knew I had it. So he knew I had Spark, so I just let him hold on to his quick play all the way until the end phase until it was my turn. Then he just had one quick play set and I had to Ash for it. So Spark kind of underperformed for me in that sense. The only real good use I had was hitting the IP in the mirror. But that's about it. Yeah. Any other comments? No. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this suite of traps is a big reason why you want to play Mitsu as well. But personally, it kind of underperforms. I don't know. I'll have to look further into that. So that's the main deck 42. Then we can quickly go into the extra deck. So starting with our token. Okay, let's start with the synchro since we talked so much about that. We play 6 targets for Harmonia. Starting with Arclight, the most broken card in the extra deck because it makes Harmonia a starter going second. It also makes Diviner level 6, which unlocks the second most broken card in our extra deck, Baron. The fact that these 2 cards are still legal is insane. These cards do so much. Of course, like for example, if you have a maxi draw phase, you just maxi there. Baron ensures it resolves, and then you can swap out for whatever Mitsu's in your graveyard. Of course, then with Diviner sending Arclight as well, and you can literally just make a Baron and everything you do is protected. Another weak point of Mitsu in the mirror is of course Spark or Impulse, so Baron ensures that you get to resolve whatever play you need. Then of course, because we play Diviner, we also play Chaos Angel. In practice, Chaos Angel comes up a lot. However, the whole weekend I didn't make it once. But the idea is that Chaos Angel actually kind of works as an FTK against Cool Tune.
Yep.
Cool Tune has no way to out this card. So yeah, there's like the when we were testing and figuring out how to fight the meta, Cool Tune was free. It's free. How many Cool Tune do you fight?
I think 1 or 2, but
One, yeah, okay.
almost free.
Yeah, it's free. I think I played one in round 1, and the only reason why I didn't 2-0 him was because I didn't set prayers. I was rushing for some reason in game 2. And then anyway. I didn't set prayers going second. Yeah, anyway. Then the rest of the package for Harmonia, we play Malong, Packbit, and Psychic and Punisher. We know that some people play the Raigeki, but I think CL pointed out that if you play the Raigeki one, you have to pay 1,500.
Yep.
And then if you're paying 2,000 for Ruler, you're paying 800 for prayers. On your turn, you're paying prayers 800 your opponent's turn, and then you're paying 1,500. It just doesn't make sense.
Yep.
You're just killing yourself and helping your opponent too much.
And also for the End Punisher, if you're ruler and using the right reboot, you become 8.5k.
Yeah.
OTK.
This guy makes OTKs too easy. Just too easy. Okay, those are the 6 synchros. Now let's move into the Xyz. Let's go with the rank 4s first. Yeah, so first, Tornado Dragon. This is just to help clear out random the back row stuff like that. I actually use this in the mirror. To basically just try and clear as much as possible, and pray I don't hit the purification or bait out the purification. So this came up once or twice. Anything? No. Yeah, Gallant Granite, our nib searcher. This just helps to make the deck broken. Also, it makes sure or ensures that going first against Cool Tune or Elven Note, your deck is a FTK. Yeah. The only way that they can stop you is literally throwing a Lingering Floodgate. Next is the Garis. So in the situations where you open nib or you don't need nib, then you just go for the draw 2, or in desperate times, calls for desperate measures. So yeah, the Garis is needed. Next one is Light Dragon. So this kind of contributes to our Luna Light out in a sense. Our strategy for Hong Kong is kind of similar to Indonesia, where if we fight the Luna Light, we just lose that round.
Yep.
But at least like with these two, we have a better, easier time. And also in the mirror, this helps to protect against Murakumo. And all these Xyz help to make Zeus. Zeus is such an essential part in fighting the mirror. I don't know why, if not all Mitsu players that I played against were not playing Zeus. I just don't understand why they weren't. Yeah, I just don't get it. Zeus is just it just clears everything too easily, and it kind of forces out whatever back row purification or prayers in that sense. So yeah, it just does too much. Oh, and the last one is Photon Lord. Photon Lord is just there in case you have the 2 extra level 8 bodies. I didn't make this guy once. No, I made it once to make Zeus.
Oh.
It was just to negate the Murakumo, and then in case he wanted to blow me up during battle phase. But yeah, I didn't make him other than that.
I also never make.
Yeah. I think this is easily cuttable from the extra deck. I don't think the list is perfect by all means. I think I would make some changes, but we'll see. I won't necessarily share them because I might bring this for Battle Nexus, or I might bring something else. I haven't decided yet. Because there's a few deck options that look great. Yeah. And then the last 3 links, SP, of course, you need the SP generic. Dynamundo. Dynamundo is great in the mirror.
Yep.
This is another way to just try and clear out the purification easily, or any kind of obstacles without putting it in the graveyard. So like shuffling back Futsu or Murakumo hurts a lot. And then Azalea. I didn't make this once, but in practice I did. it is just a great way to clear cards on the field. Yeah. Then we go to the side. 3 Lancia. Shout out to Javier. He's another Singaporean player, and he was the only Malice I fought. But truth be told, Malice won every single event last year, so we're gonna respect Malice.
Respect.
Yeah. So 3 Lancias there. I don't necessarily know if it was the best choice for the tournament. As seeing that, I think in the top cut there was 0 Malice, which is surprising. Because normally Malice just does super well, especially in OCG. But yeah, we have that option to cover that. Then we have 3 Perulia. So basically this is to cover VSK9, it's to cover Elven Note, cool tunes to a certain degree as well. And the idea is basically as long as we can draw cards and get into our main deck non-engine, there's almost no way we lose. We don't play Droll because like the thing about this meta especially, and also Mitsu as a deck, is that card advantage is everything. If you're losing cards in your hand, like regardless of how many hand traps you throw, you are most likely losing the game. I mean that's most of the time across every single card game, but especially so for this format. I think yeah, Droll just didn't make as much sense. I got Drolled 3-4 times and I won every single game I got Drolled except once. Like it's people think it's just the easy answer to everything, but the truth is that as long as you can access Murakumo or Baron, you should win the game. Like there's nothing more powerful than those 2 cards in my opinion. Other than Rotary Hand Knowledge. But yeah. And then the last 2 hand traps. Magnamut, the one of I didn't see this guy once. I got Magnamuted once. I feel like this might be the most cuttable card in the side deck. But yeah.
That is still important.
Yeah, it's still important. It switches you Harmonia. It banishes cards in the
Also very strong in mirror.
Yeah, in the mirror, yeah. It's important. And then the one-off shifter, FDK's Cool Tune, pseudo FDK's Elven Note. Yeah, it just makes a lot of matchups free. Okay, then we have 3 Droplet. So the reason why we have Droplet is first of all, we expected the Dragoon package to pick up more popularity. Did not fight any. I did see some yummy Dragoon, yummy Dark Magician are flying around and stuff. So it was still a good pick, but the other reasons why we played it was number 2 was also to in the mirror you can stop the Murakumo and also you can dodge things. So if they try and imperm your Murakumo or they try and destroy it, stuff like that, or find a way to basically stop the Regeki, you can just chain this and basically negate something and just ensure that the Murakumo resolves. Third reason is actually for Cool Tune back-to-back, B2B. So I think that might be, that and Zaylin might be the 2 most annoying cards in the Cool Tune matchup. So we played Droplet to answer those cards. However, I only played against 1 Cool Tune and I don't think I needed the Droplet, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's still great to have. This did come up for me in the mirror more often than not. Just to dodge things, like to stop Murakumos and stuff. Yeah. I went undefeated against Mitsu. I won all my mirrors. The only Mitsu that's beaten me so far is CL's. So like my Mitsu mirror is pretty solid so far. Yeah. Okay. Last spell card is Thrust. So the logic here is basically we're trying to search our floodgates in the side, and also in case you don't have much to side in the weird in a weird matchup, you can side this in to search pre-prep. Yeah, I didn't see it. Also, yeah, the idea is also under Droll. You can set whatever you want. So if you already have a D barrier, you can set a Dominus.
And also purification.
And also purification, yeah. That's the idea. So yeah, you can set up Murakumo, Droll, Murakumo, Baron, and purification under Droll. Yeah. And then reboot, nothing much to say. I saw this card once and I lost the game when I did. I played against the last year's AE champion. Game 2, I rebooted him, and then I lost because I lost too much life points. And then game 3, he did reboot, and then same thing. It was just too easy to kill, funnily enough. But yeah, reboot's great to answer this stupid card, the barrier. There were too many games, and I say too many games, I really genuinely mean too many games, even in the AE side. I think 7 times that I went second and I had the route to kill them. I knew exactly what to do. And then they just flip D barrier and it's over and I lose. Including top 64. Top 64, game 2, I sparked plus nibbed. The Fairy Tail Magistus. He had no way of winning. In fact, I actually think that like he played so well because he suddenly found the line to kill me. Because he just, I had Ruler, Murakumo, Habakiri in hand when he passed turn, and then he just deburied me. And that's the end of that. So it really does suck. So I'm glad that this card is limited. It's better than having it at 3 copies. Like, finally, I think it should be banned. Yeah, our deck is playing many cards that should be banned, to be honest. They're just all broken. I think that's why we played this deck, because we just played the most broken options possible. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, we got these lovely sleeves. This is the OCG sleeves, AE. And this lovely player tag as well. It's pretty cool. And of course, this Charmer mat for top 64. So shout out to Izzy for lending me all these cards. Shout out to our whole group as well. Back home. Shout out to Agora Hobby as well, the best shop in Singapore. Go check them out. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.